We're going on the journey to meet the real deal. Law enforcers who put their lives on the line every day, patrolling the most dangerous beats on the planet. So buckle up, because we're about to roll with the world's toughest cops.
Murder, political unrest, armed robbery, drugs and terrorism. Just part of everyday life in the Philippines. At the heart of this country, made up of 7,000 islands, lies Manila, a teeming metropolis of crime. The police here have a saying: when you become a cop, half of you is already dead.
I'd rather die in action than retire.
Ayan, takbo. Ayan, baba. The people here are frightened if the SWAT are coming.
May the force be with you.
I could say that I'm a top cop.
Oh, let's go.
Bugay kamay! Ha!
Located in Southeast Asia, the Philippines has a population of 90 million people. 1.6 million of them live in the capital city of Manila. A heaving mass of people, commerce, poverty and crime. In the midst of the madness lies Tondo, one of the most densely populated districts in the world, with over 500,000 people living in an area of just over 9 square kilometres. And in the first 5 months of 2008, there have already been 15 murders here. At night, it's at its most dangerous. And it's the job of the officers at Tondo Station to police this sprawling and crime-ridden area. Officer Christopher Lanes is starting his night shift. He's been serving with the Manila Police for 9 years. His job is a highly dangerous one. In the last year, over 100 of his fellow officers in the Philippine National Police have been killed on duty. His shift is just a couple of minutes old when there is a report of an armed robbery.
We have to go now, okay?
Lanes and 2 officers head out to the scene of the crime.
We are on the street of Juan Luna, proceeding to the incident.
It's not long before they encounter their second biggest problem after crime: traffic. Manila's streets are gridlocked.
Back to balik tayo sa parola. Abante niyo, abante! Saan ba yung hold-upan dito? Sino may nakakuha na bang pulis? May inaano ba?
Lanes gets out on foot to look for the robbers.
Meron pa ba doon sa kabila? Sa kabila pa ba? Ang ano po? Yung hold-upan? Kanina lang pong maaga-aga.
But they seem to have slipped into the chaos. Lanes continues his patrol, heading into the Parola, a slum area called Isla Puting Bato, one of the most dangerous parts of the city. Especially for the police. Two years ago, Lanes was shot here when in pursuit of an armed robber.
At saan sa panay, one hitman they called Banjo, named Banjo. After we have chased them and corner him, he fired me 3 times and I've been hit here in left legs. I hit here and out with 45 caliber.
Lionez's partner saved his life by killing the gunman.
My body shot in the stomach. It's not my time. I think it's my good luck. Good luck.
Tonight it's just a routine patrol, but in this part of Manila, it's best to expect the unexpected. This slum housing, situated on the edge of the Manila Bay, is perched on stilts, surrounded by a sea of sewage. It's home to 6,000 families of squatters and is a haven for drug dealers and users. Deep inside, they find a drug den. It's not long been abandoned.
This is where the place. Sometimes they use the drug paraphernalia.
Whoever was here was able to see the cops coming.
As this a mirror, they can see us. So if they were coming, they jump there. They jump the water. Here, they jump here in the sea, then swim under the houses.
They have escaped through what is effectively an open sewer. Not quite a clean getaway. Two hours later, and Lionez is on the hunt for yet another armed robber. Robbery and theft account for 40% of the crimes committed in the Philippines. A couple have been mugged by 3 men at knife point. Lionez is taking them with him so that they can identify the perpetrators.
We're going to Pier 2 where the victims is been hold up. 3 persons having a knife. Doon. Ikan mo.
Suddenly, he spots 3 suspects who fit the description.
Ayan, tatlo. Ayan, baba.
The chase is on. They flee into the narrow, dark and filthy alleyways of the Parola. With just a torch to guide him, it's almost impossible for Lionez to see anything. Deep inside the Parola, in the pitch black, Lionez's partner catches up with one of the suspects.
Paano mo? May ID ka? Saan ka?
The man has no identification on him and will be taken back to the station for questioning.
I don't think twice. If people need help with us, we go and respond what any kind of incident. I take risks. It's a part of our job, taking risks to caught bad elements, bad criminals.
This suspect has come quietly, but when criminals use force, Lionez is prepared to fight fire with fire.
I'm happy when these people, bad criminals, been dead here. Very happy to eliminate those bad criminals.
Because in Manila, all too often the cops have to make the ultimate sacrifice.
We're with the toughest cops in Manila, the capital of the Philippines, where violent crime is spiralling out of control. This vast metropolis is embroiled in a deadly conflict.
This is a country with more than 800,000 legal and 500,000 illegal firearms in circulation. Budget handguns can be bought for as little as $15 US. And so it's no surprise that armed robbery is rife. In just 1 month alone, 19 people were killed during robberies. 2 of them were cops.
At sa mga pinuno po ng PNP, sana po, hanapin niyo po yung pumatay sa aking asawa para po kami ng kanyang mga anak. Manahimik ka rin po. Yun lang po ang masasabi ko. Salamat po.
The mayor of Manila has given the force a clear instruction. Drop everything and track the killers down. Detective Stephen Cosimiro of the Homicide Department has been assigned to the case.
The suspects made sure that these policemen were dead by shooting them in the head. It's a brutal killing. That's why we are working around the clock. Here in Manila, we make sure that whenever a policeman was killed, we work very hard to find the suspects.
Cosimiro has come to the crime scene.
This is the exact place where one of the policemen was killed. He lay dead here when we arrived at this place.
On a crowded street in broad daylight, a lawyer carrying £10,000 was shot and stabbed repeatedly in his car by the gunman. The 2 officers heard the shots and went straight to the scene, where a truck was parked in the street.
The suspects were in front of the truck, and the policemen were at the back of the truck. And this is the place where engage each other with their gunfire.
The 2 officers died from multiple wounds. Cosimiro is looking for witnesses to the triple murder.
A lot of people see this thing happen.
The problem he faces is that people are scared to talk.
Ito yung mga litrato. Yung mga bago tayong litrato. Sometimes we have some difficulty of convincing these people to give information. Ito. They fear for the suspect. So we have to talk to them cautiously so that we can convince them.
No guns, no chases, just questions, but no answers. This is one of the toughest jobs a cop can face.
The Philippines is no stranger to political unrest. It has witnessed dictatorship, martial law, and multiple attempts to overthrow the government.
Since the government of infamous dictator Ferdinand Marcos was overthrown by the People Power Revolution in 1986, there have been around a dozen uprisings or coup attempts. In times of national emergency, the police call in their most elite unit, the Special Action Force.
May the force be with you.